inside the mouth, right? So at the back of the mouth, people love this. There's the esophagus, right?
Yummy.
Anybody need to erase that?
I already did that. It ain't my glove.
So there's the esophagus. All right. I love that.
So give it the fangs.
Thanks.
We used the ones that were curly.
Okay. And the floor of the mouth, you have two openings way up front. All right. Underneath is the tongue sheath. The tongue comes out underneath. Right. That big opening here is the glottis. That's the opening to the trachea. So the opening to your trachea is in the back of your mouth. The opening to their trachea is in the front. All right. So right there is where the tracheal opening is. If we look back here, most of us have seen this. I mean, I can see the trachea here, and right next to it is the tongue sheath right there that goes all the way back to here. So that's how long that tongue is. Right? Their tongue is very long. It's not muscular though. Their tongue is a sensory organ. It has nothing, you know, for chemosensing airborne molecules. It has nothing to do with food manipulation like ours. You would have a very difficult time eating food if you had no tongue. If we take a look at the roof of the mouth, all right, we'll talk about this in class more formally, but we have the snakes here. So you have, around the outside, you have all the teeth. This is the maxillary bone. That's the same bone in the roof of your mouth where your teeth are. But they also have teeth in the middle of the roof of the mouth, on the palate. So imagine the roof of your mouth, that hard palate, if you had 2 rows of teeth up there in the roof of your mouth. So going from side to side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of teeth. All right? And then along the bottom, you have the lower jaw, which is, on mammals, our lower jaw is one fused dentary bone. And in the snake, there's 6 on each side, so there's a lot of different bones involved, right? Remember, these eat whole items. They have no hands and no muscular tongue. It's a little tricky, right? One of the mechanisms by which they swallow these prey items is these palate teeth. All of the bones in the roof of their mouth are all independent of each other, and they all have muscles and tendons and ligaments associated with them. They all move, right? And so what happens is when they get a prey item in that mouth, these teeth all are sharp and point backwards. So what happens is these 2 inner rows, these palate teeth, they go like this. And so when they move forward, the teeth release, hook in, push back. Move forward, release, hook in, push back. Move forward, release, push in. And so they use that to feed the prey item down, along with a variety of other behavioral things we'll talk about in lecture. Right? So make sure you look inside the mouth. The last thing to notice is in the very roof of the palate, don't look this way, look this way. You'll see 2 holes side by side in the roof of the palate. That's the Jacobson's organ. And that's a sensory organ, unique to the snakes and some lizards, where they take, notice there's 2 sides. They flick that forked tongue out, and each one of those forks is its own sensory organ picking up molecular signatures. They go out, sample, bring it back, and then they stick those forks up into the Jacobson's pits. Left side of the tongue goes in the left pit, right side of the tongue goes in the right pit. And it's basically a combination of nasal passage and taste bud. You know, it's combining those 2 senses. And so that gives them directionality in chemical sensing. If it's more potent on the left side, that means it's over there. If it's more potent on the right, it's over there. Right? That's the Jacobson's organ. You could